Afternoon, people. Afternoon. You're probably wondering, hang on a minute, where's Blue Moon Bay? I didn't save the replay, so I'll do St Croix BII in reverse. I do apologise for not saving it and not doing it. So this might be out before I actually do Blue Moon Bay, until someone actually shares. Then I can do it. But I'll remember for next time to share it. Obviously, this is a bit late. I've got this out a little bit late, but I do apologise for that. Obviously done MVP on Sunday. That was really enjoyable. But anyway, back to the MRC Gran Turismo Touring Car Championship, Season 14. This will be race 12. Yeah, it's gone really quick. Obviously, I missed the first 2 rounds, but points-wise, Macreada at the moment in time, he's got the advantage in first position, but second down to sort of like 5th and 6th, it is quite close on points, and we haven't got too long to go. So it's anyone's guess really what happens. Macreada, he might wrap it up, but then James Harbin isn't too far behind. But I know I may be speaking a bit too soon, but that's how I'm seeing things at the minute. I think the next 2 tracks will be the ones where everyone will be pushing even more. We've got Nürburgring and Big Willow. But anyway, back to the race. This is obviously the reverse grid of Blue Moon Bay. Sticking on pole in the RCZ is Jason. Yes, you're probably wondering why am I like here. Yeah, I had a terrible race at Blue Moon. But anyway, you can watch that when that's out. I'm in second in the Lambo. I've got Kiwi in the Ferrari 458. CRT Lucky Bucky in Mazda Tenza. Johnny C in the Jaguar. McDaddy in a TT. Marshall in the 650S McLaren. James Harbin in a TT. Hammergaze in the TT. Golf 45 with Ferrari 458. And obviously Macreada leading the championship in a minute. Mr. Crown is number 2. Is in 11th position. The only 11 cars in this race, which was a shame really. Anyway, back to the race we go, because yeah, it's all about the perfect start around here. Obviously the FFs will bog down slightly. Their getaway won't be good, but obviously I'm full 4-wheel drive, so I'll have the better getaway. Likewise Kiwi and CRT Lucky Bucky. So anyway, off to start we go. Who will get the perfect start? And they're off. Well, yes, obviously the RCZ did bog down, like I said, but look how many places he's lost. He's lost 8 at the start of that race. I mean, that is absolutely it. You know, for the FF to lose that much time. Almost, yeah, the group of cars here. What's going on here? It's all kicking off already. We're in the start of lap 1. Wait, gold. What happened there? Let's go back and have a look at that again at the start. Let's jump on with Nick the Hammer Games. What went on there? So we've got gold in 7th to the left of Nick the Hammer Games. Nick the Hammer Games is in the sandwich, like bread and butter, and obviously he clips Johnny C, but gold straight across the front of Jason. Wow, I need to go on board with gold for that a minute. Apologies. Let me go back. Let's have another look at that. Obviously from gold's perspective, he jinks to the left. Obviously the FFDRCZ is slow off the line. But Hammer Games and Marshall, Johnny C just slows up. Obviously, Nick's in the sandwich there. Johnny C loses the back end, and Gold 45 likewise, went straight across Jason there. So, like 4-5 into a turn doesn't go, you know. Yeah, quite a bad incident that. Up we go 3, because at the front we got obviously myself. Here's our Idle 4, that's myself in first position. Kiwi currently sitting in second. He has got CRT Lucky Bucky. He's in 4th, but my daddy's the one to watch, because he's now up to 3rd position to where he was. Obviously, the first corner they all had to coming together, and that, you know, that's going to affect positions. But I'm putting out a little bit of a gap up front. But Kiwi's in second now. We've got my daddy in 3rd. We've got CRT Lucky Bucky in 4th. We've got James Harbin looking to the left of CRT Lucky Bucky. Really get this move done. Let's have a look. Obviously the first lap we've got a long way to go. CRT Lucky Bucky there with the later braking and runs him a bit too deep, and James Harbin, no, he just backs out of it. But obviously he's got Marshall behind, so James Harbin's got to be wary of Marshall behind. And obviously Nick the Hammer Games, obviously with that coming together, the first corner it's dropped him down now. Whether he incurred damage or not, I'm not sure. Obviously, this the rules in this championship are CRT Lucky Bucky runs it a bit wide there. If you get a penalty in this season, you cannot overtake the car in front. Obviously, the car behind can overtake you, but if you want to try and overtake that car, you can't. You're not allowed. Apart from that, use races soft, races super soft, mediums hard, wets. I don't advise it, but it's your choice. Yeah, throat's a bit croaky today, so yeah, I'm not quite with it today. A little bit under the weather, to say the least. But anyway, Marshall in 4th, making his way up slowly. We've got James, Nick the Hammer Gauge now up to 5th. What happened to James? James dropped way back. He's getting harassed there by Marshall. Ah, he just touched the back of CRT Lucky Bucky there. I wait for CRT Lucky Bucky. Fair play to Mr. Duck Lover. Fair play. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up we go, because the lead, obviously I'm leading the way, but I've got the attention of McDaddy closing quite rapidly. I did notice with the Lambo, obviously 4-wheel drive, it stuck for that section, but it just lacked a bit of corner speed, if you see what I mean. On the straight, I mean, I got told by James it's one of the fastest top-end cars. It didn't seem like it, because on the straight, so I was struggling. And who's out of James again? James is struggling really, really bad. Was that Nick? Am I seeing this wrong? Was that Nick? Or was that James? It looked like James. Yeah, it was James. James, what's going on with you? So James, obviously he had a bit of an issue with CRT Lucky Bucky there. Obviously let him back through and obviously got back by. He just plays a bit too deep and he's on the grass. Wow, mate, this ain't like you. Concentrate, my man, concentrate. But we go 3. So I've now got the attention of McDaddy behind me. Yes, you see what I mean? The TT's dominated this track. I was quite frustrated how quick they were. So I tried everything. But we've got Marshall, we've got obviously Kiwi as well. They're battling away here for 3rd position, the final podium spot. Let's go on board with Marshall. Marshall to the left. The Hammer Games. No. Hammer Games like, no, you're not coming through. Marshall, I just go almost 3 wide there. But Nick, obviously Kiwi there just slowed. I think Kiwi must have had a bit of an issue there, because he did slow down quite a lot. Whether he outbraked himself, yeah, he went a bit too deep. He probably clipped that grass. Yeah, so Nick the Hammer Games, and obviously dropped a gear as well, which didn't help. You can hear that then. But yeah, Marshall and Nick the Hammer Games are through, so they take obviously the 3rd and 4th, and Kiwi's lost out. But at the front, McDaddy's got that moved on from me. I just couldn't defend from the TT. It was way too powerful, you know. I was doing all I can, but nah. No, it was like a battle which I couldn't compete against. It was lost. You know, I tried, I gave it my all, but I couldn't do no more. But anyway, back down we go. So got myself in 2nd. We got Marshall in 3rd. You can hear the throat, you know. Oh god. Nick the Hammer Games in 4th. We got Kiwi in 5th now. Obviously after his moment there, we got CRT Lucky Bucky in 6th, being harassed by Macreada at the moment. Macreada championship leader, doing a good job indeed. The banter, like the crayon and the duck, it's only a bit of banter between me, James and Martin, and no harm intended. But yeah, obviously down we go. So we've got James Harbin in 8th now. Goal 45, making his way up slowly in 9th in the Ferrari. 458. Jason in the RCZ. And we've got Johnny C. Unfortunately, he's fallen way behind now in 11th position. Like we go quickly because McDaddy now has obviously got that lead. He's also done fastest lap 2:17.955. I couldn't keep up. There was no way I could keep up with this TT. You know, like going up for this section now, up through this section here, I could gain on him. I took about almost a second out of him because it just planted the Lambo up here. But as soon as we got on the straights, as you can see, look how much I've gained for that section. But as soon as and this corner here, and the left-hander, I gained rapidly. I took out almost a second out of McDaddy there. And as soon as we hit this left-hander, and we got onto the straight, that was it. The TT was gone. I couldn't catch, like going over the bridge and that as well, you know. And McDaddy, he's got that car working really well. Nick the Hammer Games in the Porsche came and doing a good job as well. But him and Marshall again, battling it out. Like they have in the previous races, they batted it out, but they got attention of Kiwi behind in 5th, and Marshall and Nick the Hammer Games side by side. as they head up towards his long left-hander. Sorry about that, a bit of a hiccup there. Who will break later. Marshall just backs out of it. Kiwi's like, yes, I'm coming through. You leave a gap, I'm there. Marshall's like, you know, I'll just come back at you then. So Nick Hammergame still in third. He's doing a good job on him. Marshall it down the right, he does indeed. Kiwi as well, oh, bit slidey on there, bit of a tap to the rear to Marshall there. But Nick Hammergames will jump on that again, so obviously that's a bit of an issue there for Kiwi. But back out we go, because we've got Kiwi McCready now slowly making his way up. James Harburn, obviously second championship table. CRT Lucky Bucky in 8th, coming under pressure now from goal 45. Goal 45 is looking down the left, will he get his move done? I think he shall. No, he just backs out of it. Anyway, Jason in 10th, bless him. You know, got caught up in that instant at the start, and he's dropped way back. Likewise, Johnny C. You know, Johnny C did actually do a Mazda MX-5 race, done 3 races at Interlagos prior to this, so he's probably said adapted to the MX-5. But out we go, because at the front we got McDaddy. Obviously, he's pulled out that gap, but like I said, through certain sections of this track, I was actually gaining to the back rapidly. You know, Marshall now in third, comfortable third at the minute. His concentration now will be on to me, because he's pulled a bit of a gap between him and Kiwi. Nick the Hammer Games, obviously, he's lost positions as well. Now he's come under pressure from McCready. But I know Nick's driving, he will defend for all he can. But I think against his TT, just a lost cause, you know. Had that much power. But no, Nick's sticking at it around the right. Very nice move indeed, round the right. They're side by side as they go up there, but I think the Porsche should be more planted for this section, and the TT does struggle. Yeah, see, mid-engine and Nick Hammer Games, yeah, he's putting out that gap to McCready. So the mid-engine cars up for that section are putting out a little bit of a gap, and they can draw the TT in as well. Likewise, the Ferrari 458 and the 650S McLaren. You know, don't obviously count out these cars just yet. James Harburn sitting in 7th, obviously ran wide. Got onto the grass, onto the dirt. It's not like him, so I don't know what's going on with him at the minute. Maybe a bit tired and that from work, but now he's looking at Nick the Hammer Games to the left. We can see goal 45 in 8th now. So James Harburn over McCready in 5th. Will James Harburn get his move done? No, Nick slightly later on the brakes there, which does compromise him in entry. But McCready now James Harburn's up to 6th. So McCready's mission now is to get past Kiwi, who's in 4th position. You can see Marshall just up ahead and McLaren in 3rd position. So now Kiwi has got the attention of McCready. You see what I mean? Certain sections of this track, the TT just absolutely owns it, you know. And then you've got the mid-engine that has got to jump over the TTs and the FFs, you know. But yeah, apart from that, McCready now up to 4th, slowly making his way up. But as you can see at the front, me and McDaddy are sort of like working together, and we're pulling away from 3rd position, and we kept doing it. But I just couldn't get on terms with McDaddy. I was trying my absolute hardest, but in a moment in time, we will go on board with McDaddy for a bit of a lap round St Croix BII in reverse. It's a favourite track of mine. It's just the wrong car for the track, I thought, the Lamborghini. But heading towards the start-finish straight now. McDaddy's got a bit of a penalty, but he can burn it off. Say if I overtook him now, he can't overtake me. So on board with McDaddy, heading around the first turn. Sort of a quickish left-hander. Then we'll go up sort of an incline. It's not massive, but it's enough. So this section here, you will see me gain. So McDaddy's still with just under a second's worth of penalty there. So see what I mean? The TT struggles through this section, and I was just gaining, as you can see. But McDaddy at the minute, he's doing a good lap. The TT just struggled, like I said. But myself is second. TT run it a bit wide there, so this is my opportunity now to get McDaddy. I know he had to burn off that penalty. I know it's gonna affect his time and that. So I'm sitting behind, just trying to make that move, but I don't do it just yet. But McDaddy's still on board. McDaddy, give him his due. You know, he's doing a good lap so far, but obviously running wide there. And that left turn, that left sort of hairpin, he ran a bit wide, so I gained advantage of that, and I take 1st position. But on board lap with McDaddy, I'm not going to switch to myself, obviously, because I'm in 1st position. I'm heading now towards the bridge. This is what I mean. This is where you'll see now the TT just be in a league of its own and just come on by like nothing. As you see, I know he's in slipstream, but even without the slipstream, he was pulling away, you know, and it was very, very, very frustrating. But he's still getting rid of his penalty there. Fair play to him. He's still burning it off. He doesn't want to overtake me because he knows he's going to slow and I'll overtake him back, but he can't do nothing about it. Even if he did overtake me with a penalty, it'll incur a double penalty. So he'll incur extra time on that penalty what he originally had. But now he's got rid of it. Now his concentration is like, yes, Darren, I'm coming for you. Still on board lap with McDaddy. He's still got it, actually. We can't actually see it on the screen. So heading not long to go this lap now, but a stonking lap from him. You know, so far, yeah, I got the advantage. But anyway, it's about McDaddy. McDaddy, he's a different driver this season. I've done season 12 with McDaddy. Yeah, he's a good driver. Really, really good driver. So here we are, heading along the start-finish straight now. Thank you, McDaddy, for that. Very appreciated. Thank you. But out we go, because I've got myself in first position in the Lamborghini. Got McDaddy in TT. We've got Marshall coming under pressure now from James Harben. The two Infinity GT Manufacturing Series guys, League 2. I am recording this on James Harben's like, yeah, come on, Marshall, just hurry up. I'll push you along if you wish. So out we go quickly, because here now I'm pulling away from McDaddy, as I said, you know, it was quite surprising. But anyway, back down we go, because we've got Marshall and James Harben batting it out for third and fourth. Marshall will have the advantage over the TT, like I said, to the TT, but the TT will gain it on the straight. James Harben, he's looking, no, just backs out of it. But behind we got obviously McCready now, but we'll stay on board with James Harben, see if we can get this move done onto Marshall. He's looking to the left. Marshall's like, yeah, it's like a bit of a wiggle on there, but yeah, he makes him move on to Marshall there, or a bit of contact there as well. Not a lot, but it was enough. So Marshall now in the slipstream of the James Harben in the TT. So James Harben's got that move done. But if we go out of car and we go to McCready is pulling away from Kiwi now, but his attention's on Marshall in fourth position. So down we go, of course, Kiwi now is falling back. We've got Nick the Hammer Games. He gave it a good stonking go at the start of the race, but he's just falling back now. I don't know if his tyre wear's kicking in now, but he's ran a bit too deep there. CRT Lucky Bucky in 8th at the moment in time. Gold in 9th. He's doing obviously that issue at the start. It's costing quite a bit. And we've got Jason in 10th in the RCZ, and we've got Johnny C in 11th. Johnny C there with under half a second penalty, but he will get rid of that. He can burn it off. Other goes got McDaddy and myself still batting that out. First and second on track. We've got Marshall and James Harben, but now James Harben's coming under attack from McCready. Oh, what happened there? 1 and 2 in the championship table. So James Harben in 4th, McCready behind in 5th. He's looking for that move onto James Harben. Oh, he just broke a bit too late there and ran it a bit too deep. Will James Harben capitalise on this? He does. And he takes that 4th position back off McCready. He's like, yes, have that. But down we go. Kiwi's there still. Kiwi isn't giving up, you know. And he's still loving the Pro 2 League. Obviously the banter within the chat. He's absolutely loving it. Nick the Hammer Games, Mr. ESR. Just come out of a British touring car race, and he's obviously jumped straight into a GR4, GR3 to GR4. Big difference there. Gold 45 in 8th. Had a good couple of races, this gentleman here, I must admit, especially at Dragon Gardens. Yeah, different driver there. CRT Lucky Bucky, Mr. Wet Supremist, loves the wet conditions. Jason, yeah, he sticks at it, you see what I mean? And he does get frustrated now and again, and I completely understand. Like Tokyo in the wet, when he wanted to switch to wet tyres, obviously after his pit stop, and he put them on hards. I mean, he lost valuable points, but he's still here. He's in 10th, he's still gaining points, you know. Johnny C likewise, he's still sticking it out in the Jaguar. Yeah, he's doing a good job. You know, it doesn't matter where you are, last or first. You know, the banter within the group, how we are. You know, it's like a big friendship, if you see what I mean. So come the end of the season, we'll see who goes up and goes down. But myself, I've got past obviously McDaddy again. We're just battling that out, first to second. Marshall, here we go. We got Marshall, we go to McCready. On board with McCready now, with James Harben up in front, and Marshall. This is what happened here? James Harbour just breaks a little bit earlier. Marshall's like, yes, you're not coming through. James Harbour's like, yeah, alright, I'll scrape the barrier. McCready's like, you two carry on, because I'll just come on through if you just leave a bit of a gap. But then McCready just backs out there, but McCready's got the attention of Kiwi behind. And obviously now Nick the Hammer Game's coming onto the bridge as well. So James Harbour in 4th now, Marshall in 3rd. Yeah, so good racing so far. I mean, Gold is falling quite behind now from Nick the Hammer Games. Whether he'll gain that time in the pit stops, we don't know. Pit stops will be happening soon. Let's quickly go down, give everyone a bit of viewing. Everyone's equal, but we've got ES, obviously myself, I was going to say ES Idle 4 then, down and wake up, and obviously my daddy now, he's still sitting behind. He's playing the game here. I knew what game he was playing, you know. I mean, fair play to him. We did have a good battle. I scrubbed the barrier there. Pit stops will be happening. He dives into the pits now, so we haven't got long to go. I mean, it's half an hour races. Obviously now for me it's about putting my foot down and getting a good in lap, you know, because I do pit at the end of this lap. But I just didn't go to plan. You'll see in a moment or two. McDaddy is out the pits now. James Harbour obviously pitting. So Gold initially takes 3rd position. But no, we've got obviously we've got the 3 going out the pits there together. Oh god, these 3 lovers, eh? These 3 lovers. So we've got obviously Marshall, James Harbour, and McCready. Yeah, they're just yeah, side by side. But like I said, the 650S McLaren will pull away, 100%. As you could tell straight away. As soon as it's happening, he's pulling away already, you know. This is James Harbour. It was really surprising. Gold in 6th, you know. I know he come out, he hasn't pitted yet, but he's there. Whether he'll no stop, we'll wait and see. But up we go, because we've got myself. Obviously now, this is my in lap. Obviously I do pit at the end of this lap. My daddy, he's coming around this left-hander now. We haven't got too long to go now. 12 minutes left of this race. Side by side between Marshall and McCready, with James Harbour in the slipstream as well. James Harbour pulls 3 wide there to entry into that turn. Wow, James, what a brilliant move that was. Let's go on board with James. James has got a slingshot there behind Marshall, 3 wide at this left-hander, no contact at all. James is like, yes, thank you, come again. And Marshall's like, yeah, alright, I'll take 4th position back. But wow, James, overtake over the week, move that, mate. I'm going to have a look at that again. That was absolutely brilliant. So you sit behind Marshall, jinks to the left. Takes the both of them on this. Oh, that, I'll tell you what, that has got to be an entry for overtake of the week, James. You got to get that in. I want to see that on the list. That was absolutely stonking, mate. Absolutely brilliant move there. So you got 2 moves done into 1, but McCready isn't letting you go that easy. McCready's to the left. He's to the left. When he gets his moves done, but James Harbour is still there to the right. James is still there. James won't give up easy. Yeah, he just breaks out a little bit later again, but will McCready look for the cutback? No, James just slows it, eases off the accelerator there. And yeah, he's good battle in here between 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th, and we've got 7th Kiwi in the background there. Let's just stay on board with McCready, because James Harbour, oh, McCready's looking down the left. Oh, nicely does it, boys. Marshall's seen that gap, what McCready left. He's like, yeah, I'm coming through. Let's have a look at that as well. On board with Marshall here. McCready left enough of a gap just to come on through. So here we are, it's McCready. Marshall's to the right, so yeah, it's coming through, whether you like it or not. You know, I use my big foot just to come on through. And James, I have to sit behind you. So McCready, yeah, he's dropped down a bit there. You know, we've got blue flags. Someone in the pits maybe, or someone just come out the pits, being lapped. But Goal's in the background as well. He's not giving up, but he's got the attention of Kiwi behind in 7th. Let's see what happens here. Kiwi to the right of Goal. It's all kicking off. I know Goal hasn't pitted yet, so Kiwi's to the right. He's like, can he get his move done? Oh, well held, Kiwi. Well held. No, I don't think you've done anything wrong there at all. It's just side-by-side racing. I mean, I'm on board with you now. No, that was nothing. You didn't need to slow there. No offense to Kiwi, but that That was a minimal touch. You didn't need to slow down at all, but very kind of you to do that. But Nick the Hammer Games obviously is pouncing on that as well, but you didn't need to slow there. I mean, there's minimal contact. McDaddy in first position now, but I know the physics of GT Sport, you know, makes it worse than what it is. ESR, obviously myself keeps gonna say ESR Idol 4. No, it's Darren. James in third, but they're still at it. Oh, these three, I tell you. So, Rob and McCreeder, we've got Marshall in fourth, we've got James in third. So, McCreeder gets up, obviously the fourth of Marshall, but then we've got Marshall in the slipstream of James. And then Marshall's like, come on James, hurry up. He wants to go around the right. James like, no, you're not having it, son. And they're still batting it out. And McQueen's like, yeah, I'll just come on through, do the similar thing what James done. And he takes 2 in 1, but McQueen again runs it a little bit deep. James Harmon's like, yeah, so I'll sit in the slipstream. But, oh, James so close to that barrier there. But these two now are side by side. You know, we've got 4th and 5th. These three have been at it for a few laps now. We've got a battle commencing behind these as well. We'll go back to that in a minute. So yeah, James Harbour and Marshall. Marshall, yes, hello again, James. Nice to see you. Give you a bit of a kiss there, but Marshall. Go on board with Marshall there. What happened here? So they're side by side coming off the bridge. Marshall just, I think he breaks the same time as James. A little bit of a touch there, and it puts him into that barrier. Doesn't affect him too much, but enough. We lose more places because of that. We've got Kiwi coming up behind in 6th, and Nick the Ham Games and goal 45. Then Marshall's still in 5th position. When he keep it to this right-hander coming up, Kiwi's looking. He's looking to the right. When he gets moved on to Marshall. To the right, he's looking. Oh, Marshall's like, no, you're not in my 5th position. Kiwi's like, yes, I am. Oh, Marshall, bit on the grass there. Out we go. Let's go up a couple, obviously. Let's go to McDaddy. So McDaddy now has put out a massive margin. I lost so much in that pit stop. I was absolutely annoyed. Yeah, I do that fastest first sector. I mean, I've done that for a couple of laps, but it didn't mean nothing. McDaddy still with us 2:17.955. Myself in a Lambo fast lap 2:18.217. Recruiter 2:18.659. James 2:19.037. Marshall 2:19.814. Kiwi 2:21.073. Nick Having Games 2:19.683. Goal 45 2:19.331. It's going off overhead as well. CRT Lucky Bucky 2:21.424. Jason 2:20.045 in 10th. Johnny C unfortunately is 2:20.007 to the rear of the grid, but he's sticking at it. Fair play to him. Up we go, because we've got McDaddy extending his lead out. We've got 8 minutes to go of this race. We've got myself in, McCreeder in third, myself. This is Crown Eater number 2, soon to be number 1. James Harbin in 4th. Marshall, obviously with his moment into the barrier there, he has pulled away from, but Kiwi at this point in time, I felt for Kiwi. Kiwi's obviously in the race still, and he, as you can see there, his connection, he said he had a DC, so I'm going to have a look at this a minute. He had disconnection from the lobby, which is very unfortunate to him. You know, he's having a brilliant race, sitting in 6th, and he loses connection, which is very unfortunate indeed. Very unfortunate. I felt for him, you know, he's having such a stonking race in 6th, and yeah, connection got the better of him. But yeah, obviously, because of that, obviously he left the room and left the chat, but he did come back in and watch the race. Fair play to him. Give him his due for that. So he should have had points for last place, but that's just my opinion. That's what I would have done, but you know, I'm not the creator or the runner of the Grand Turismo Touring Car Championship. So I got myself in 2nd now. I'm falling back from McDaddy in 1st. McCreeden now up to 3rd, but no, let's see these two make a mistake. Maybe he could catch them, but they were just too far ahead. James in 4th, Marshall in 5th. They've got Nick the Hammer Games coming up behind them now in 6th. Gold in 7th. CR2 Lucky Bucky in 8th. Jason in 9th. Johnny C in 10th. Obviously with Kiwi disconnected, there's only 10 runners at the moment in time. McCreeder's extended his fastest lap at 2:17.920. Myself, I'm there or thereabouts, but I am dropping back. McCready in 3rd, James Harbin in 4th, Marshall in 5th, Nick the Hammer Games in 6th, Gold 45 in 7th, CRT Lucky Bucky in 8th. So it's spreading out a bit now, but McDaddy's doing all he can. You know, he doesn't have to do much. He's in 1st. He's pulling out that gap even more in front of me. At this moment in time, I am pushing it, but it was pointless. You know, I did give it a go. But my daddy, obviously, you can tell who practices and who doesn't. My daddy, obviously, he done a few testing sessions around here by the looks of it, and perfected the lap. It's my own fault for not practicing, but lesson learned. McCready in 3rd, doing a good job in that TT. James Harbin as well with a few issues. He's still sitting in 4th position. Marshall in 5th. Nick the Hammer Games in 6th. Gold 45 in 7th. CRT Lucky Bucky in 8th. Jason in 9th. And Johnny C in 10th. Up we go, because I'm going to get a quick drink in a minute. Refresh the throat. Do apologise. It's a bit croaky today. Get a drink. Yeah, so obviously back to McDaddy. Less than 5 minutes to go. Leading this race. Battled before the pit stop. After the pit stop, he's just got the advantage now. Myself in 2nd, McQueen in 3rd. And then we've got James Harbin in 4th. And then we have Marshall in 5th. Under pressure from Nick the Hammer Games. Now let's go on board with Nick the Hammer Games. See what he can do. Can he gain up to the back of Marshall there? Let's have a look, let's have a look, let's have a look, let's have a look, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. No. He can't get that move done there. But he's got just under 3 minutes to go. So yeah, let's wait and see, shall we? Nick the Hammer Games, can he gain to the back of Marshall? Can he get that move done? He's gained quite a bit, but Marshall will defend. Marshall likes defending, and he'll defend his position, which is 5th. We will come back to this now, because McDaddy, yeah, he's a fair play to McDaddy, you know. Give him his dues. After the pit stop, he's just pulled out a massive, massive gap. You know, an absolutely outstanding, obviously, 2nd stint for him. Brilliant. McCready in 3rd. He's pulled away from James Harbin now, who's in 4th position. Marshall in 5th. Oh, so Nick Hammer Game just fallen back a bit. Then we've got Gold. Gold's actually on he's on it now. He's in 7th. And he's Gold's looking at the back of Nick the Hammer Games. But Nick the Hammer Games like, no, I'll protect that. I'll protect that entry there. And he does, you know. Nick the Hammer Games in 6th. Marshall in 5th. But Gold, a bit of tire smoke there from Nick the Hammer Games. Because down, we've got CRT Lucky Bucky. Just over half a second. Penalty there. But he's got enough, you know. He can't catch Gold. And he's got enough of an advantage over Jason in 9th, you know. Jason, yeah, he's still here. Johnny C likewise, you know. Yeah, we go, because who was that battling then? We've got a battle commencing here. Gold and Nick the Hammer Games. Not long to go at all. This will be coming on to the final lap, I'm pretty sure, yes. So we have Nick the Hammer Games and Gold. 6th and 7th. Battling it out, battling it out, battling it out. Oh, we go, McDaddy. Obviously started the final lap now. Yeah, he's not put a foot wrong. Fair play to the guy, you know. I couldn't catch him. Look how far behind I am. After that pit stop, it's surprising really. McCready, he did gain a little bit, and I just pulled it out again a little bit, just enough to cover myself. James Harbin in 4th. Marshall in 5th. Got away from that battle from 6th and 7th. So Nick the Hammer Games and Goal 45, 6th and 7th. CRT Lucky Bucky. I bet he wishes it was rain. Currently sitting 8th. Jason behind there in 9th. So he has sort of caught CRT Lucky Bucky, but it won't be enough, unfortunately. We've got Johnny C. Johnny C's way behind. I don't think that incident on the first corner helped him. I've got a bit of damage, but I think he's slowing just not to complete the last lap. Let's have a look. Yeah, he's just slowing down now. You can see the timer on the bottom left. You can see that in race as well. But my daddy, not put a foot wrong, like I said. Fair play to him. Absolutely fair play to him. You know, myself in second, McCreeder in third. Yeah, it's just Pro 2 is a good league. There's a lot of action, and we get on really well as a group, and that's what you like to see in different leagues. You know, was it Prom 1? Was it Prom 2? I hear a lot of them as well. And likewise, other leagues. Like, is it Jambo or something like that? He keeps mentioning about his league, how good the chat is, and they have laughs and that. I bet it's the same in every league, you know. This is what it's about, all coming together as a group. Yeah, you're racing against each other, but having that laugh and joke, it helps during racing. You know, build trust with each other. But McDaddy now is heading towards the final corner now on the this 30-minute race of St Croix BII in reverse, or St Croix, or St Croix, yeah, St Croix. But Daddy, well done, mate. First position. You weren't that absolutely stonking drive from you. Myself in second. Macreeda now in third position. All points matter to him at the moment in time, so he crosses the line in third. Very well done to him. James Harbin in fourth, coming home in fourth. Marshall in fifth. Nick the Hammer Games in sixth. Goal 45 in seventh. CRT Lucky Bucky quite a way back in eighth. But yeah, obviously that's the winner, McDaddy. Next week obviously we've got rounds 13, 14. Yeah, Nürburgring and Big Willow. Check out the replay for that as well. CRT Lucky Bucky in 8, just taking his time. A little bit of a handbrake turn there. But yeah, obviously I've been ESR Idol 4. Be sure to check out the next race replays. I'm sorry they're a little bit late. But yeah, thank you for watching. I was waiting for Johnny C to come around. I am doing SimFX Infinity commentary on Thursday, Friday around that area for League 1 and League 3 for their race around. Is it Dragon Trail Gardens in reverse through the life chicane? A lot of people call it Death Chicane, I call it Life Chicane. And yeah, obviously Friday's ESR commentary MX5, and Sunday, just gone, I just done MVP, Season 9 Round 1, absolutely loved that. Voice was gone, but check me out then as well. Obviously, thank you for watching, and you all take care, have a great day. Thank you very much, take care, bye bye.